Welcome to the Climate and Water Outlook for winter 2022. It's looking like a wet winter for eastern Australia with cooler than average temperatures across inland and central regions. But first, let's take a look at what autumn gave us. Autumn for Australia was drier than average overall due to a very dry end to the northern wet season. With few monsoonal bursts after January, the last 3 months of the wet season were 30% drier than average. In contrast, the Murray-Darling Basin had its wettest autumn since 2010, while New South Wales had its wettest autumn since 1990. Queensland had its wettest day since 2010 on the 11th of May. Heavy and prolonged rainfall led to flooding in parts of Queensland and New South Wales. Those floodwaters will take weeks to move further inland and into South Australia. Both days and nights were very warm during autumn, especially across northern Australia. Overall, it was Australia's warmest autumn since 2016, and in the top 3 warmest autumns since records began in 1910. Soaking rain means soil moisture is well above average across most of eastern Australia. For many areas, including the Murray-Darling Basin, soils are even wetter than at the same time last year. In contrast, parts of northern Australia, Western Australia and the southeast have much drier than average soils. Water storages are mostly higher than this time last year, including the Murray-Darling Basin, coastal Queensland, coastal New South Wales, southern Victoria and the southwest coast of Western Australia. The exception is Tasmania, where water storages are down on last year as they've had well below average rainfall. So what's likely to shape our climate over the coming months? While we expect La Niña to fade during winter, ocean temperature patterns in the Pacific may still favour cloud and rain in our region. To our west, a negative Indian Ocean dipole could form over the coming months. Waters around northern Australia are also likely to remain warmer than average through winter. So what does this mean for the coming winter? While winter is expected to be drier than usual in southwestern Australia and western Tasmania, the rest of Australia is very likely to be wetter than average. Parts of central and eastern Australia have an increased chance of being unusually wet. This rainfall onto an already wet landscape means soils are likely to remain wetter than average through the winter months. Stream flows are also likely to stay high across eastern Australia during May to July. With wet soils and full dams and rivers, the main flood risk this winter moves towards the southeast. Cooler days are likely across a large area of inland Australia this winter, but we expect warmer than usual days for the far north, southwest and lower southeast, including Tasmania. Most of Australia is very likely to experience warmer than average nights this winter, with a high chance of unusually warm nights across the tropical north. So in summary, this winter we're likely to see above average rainfall for most of Australia, cooler than average days for central and inland areas, warmer than average nights, and high stream flows in the east, with a risk of flooding in the southeast. Thanks for joining us. You can find out more about the outlooks on the Bureau's website. Bye for now.